All right, everybody, what's going on is Craig here at booth 513 at the PHCC 2025 Flow Expo in Pomona at the Fairplex. We are with Tony Beralino of PHCC. And right now, Tony, enlighten me, if you will. Why are you here today?
So I'm here in California. I'm from Virginia, and I'm here because I'm running for PHCC National Vice President.
Okay.
So I'm here meeting people, talking to members, and seeing what national or how they look at national, what they feel about national, where they think the direction of national is going, and to help my campaign and see what I can do for the members of PHCC.
And what are you doing right now for PHCC?
So right now in PHCC, I was just Virginia's past president, and I'm Zone 2 director for national. So I'm over Virginia, Metro DC, Maryland, and Delaware.
Okay. And during that time, what have you done to help grow that region?
So I've just become zone director, but for Virginia, we created what we call the Future Leaders Program. Okay. So we took young individuals that were, later, at least 2 years in the trade, possible apprentices, and that worked for a company, and we created training programs that we felt were better for them, that added value to the contractor, and then added value to their lives. So we brought them on board. We took our board and we actually brought these future leaders as they transitioned from a 3-year program. Some of them have joined our board, and it's adding that young group of like-minded individuals that were, ambitious, driven, looking to help the organization succeed. We grew Virginia. We did actually a really good job with that.
Nice. And so your numbers continuously grown as you've taken over that area, and I assume a lot of grassroots, a lot of just being out, meeting other companies, meeting other plumbers, meeting other people involved in the trades. So what are some of the things that you would like to see with PHCC in general coming in? Excuse me. Coming in potentially as vice president, what are some of the things you would like to change or things you'd like to do differently?
So I would like to see a lot. Our word of the year is collaboration. I believe that's what Dan Callies has, and I think that's a good one. But a lot more collaboration with the states. I mean, the states are really the boots on the ground. I mean, you guys are driving membership. You're putting on, Flow Expo. This thing is incredible if you're here. And bringing all these new ideas and new things to the table. And I think that those conversations need to be had on a national level, so that we can look at what's happening and help advance the organization. I mean, legislative is what we really are driven to do, because you can legislate away our license just anytime you want. So national focuses a lot on our GR and doing that stuff, which is really important. We need the membership to back it. That way our strength in numbers will help us be able to tackle any of those issues that are happening in California or Virginia or all over the United States.
Yeah. So obviously here at the Flow Expo, as you and I chatted off camera previously, what do you see about this type of event that you could use for national?
So, this is massive. I think you guys have roughly 5,000 people. Or so I think is what they were telling me.
I wasn't counting everybody.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's huge. Connect is held, in a different state, a different part of the country every year and stuff. I believe you guys have this open to plumbers that are not PHCC members.
It's free as long as they know about it.
I wonder if I don't know if we can do it free. That's not my I think there's money involved there, but opening it up to to plumbers and stuff in those local areas might attract them to see the PHCC. I mean, you've done obviously such a good job at advertising this and creating it to look at the numbers. Yeah. And our Connect brings a lot of value. There's a lot of training sessions and things like that. It's an important part of our organization. We just need more people to show up. We need to get it out there in front of people, because the PHCC's best practices, and there are a lot of non-members here that you can benefit from that, and we should get in front of them.
Sure. And the way I see it is if you want the PHCC to continue growing and developing, as we spoke previously, me being in SAG, you have to provide reasons for people to join.
Yes.
And some of those again, we talked about classes and things like that. What are some of the things that people who aren't familiar with PHCC, what are some of the things that you could really bring to them to make them realize it's a worthy investment, enjoy them?
Okay, yeah, so your return on investment,
Yeah.
it's easy to talk about the GR side of things and what we protect and stuff, but it's hard for the individual to look at that and be like, well, is that worth it for me? So we have the academy and stuff. We have our training programs. I mean, here in California, you have a PHCC apprenticeship program. I believe it's very successful and stuff. So we offer a robust training program. I mean, you can get the academy online. You can put your people in it. It's an approved apprenticeship program and have them moving through it. I mean, those trainings are incredibly helpful. We have QSC, which is the best practice group. And so if you're a smaller business, everyone can benefit from those. I mean, you can go in there and it'll help you grow your business. I mean, these are things that you can quantify how much they help you as a business owner and how to expand your business. I mean, that is what we have. We just need more people to know about it and to show them how well it works and how effective it is.
And what would you do, and I know this kind of going back to the previous question, but what would you do differently to make people know?
Advertise.
Okay.
I mean, we need to showcase it. We need to have, I mean, this podcast alone, YouTube, social media. I mean, plumbers are getting younger. You know, I mean, the new people. I've just met in this room alone several plumbers that are, I mean, in their young, early 30s that now own businesses and stuff like that. Their primary source of information and messing around on the internet is Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all of that. We need to start funneling into that space so that we don't get left in the dust. We have to exist there.
So really the call to action for you is, with you hopefully coming on as the vice president, is to really update the company to today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Update it, get it in this time period.
Yeah.
I mean, these are free things. YouTube doesn't cost $1. Instagram doesn't cost $1. I mean, it takes time, and our national staff is working on stuff. But we need to put ourselves out there and get in front of everyone. And the easiest way to do that are those specific avenues.
Yeah. Just the awareness, building the awareness. Do you need to advertise it? Sure, great. But in the end, you need to have somewhere for people to go. They Google it. They want to search. They want to see if PHCC is in their region, which I assume it is. But they want to know, is this an organization I joined? What about this? What about this company? Every bit of information you'd like to know that's not stuck in a 1980s AOL webpage.
Yeah, and it has to look young, fresh, and invigorating. I mean, you have to have a figurehead and a mouthpiece that attracts people to the idea, that inspires confidence in the organization, that excites them about being part of something.
One thing that just hit me with what you just said too, I think it's 100% accurate with, there's a honor to the people who've done it before us, but there's a way of presenting it in the sense of like, these are the people who started and established it. Let's take it and move it forward. Otherwise, we're just living in yesterday.
Yeah, you're right. So everyone that's come before, we wouldn't be here without them. All the past presidents, all the past people that have been working in the organization. I mean, it exists as it is today because of them and their efforts. And every one of them has put something into this. But we need to keep moving forward. We have to keep pressing forward. And sometimes that's uncomfortable. But I mean, you have to have some resistance for growth. And I mean, you really do. You have to have it.
You kind of have to step on some toes to get some things done.
Sometimes you do.
Yeah, and if you want to continue growing this organization, which I've been involved from an outsider perspective, but I've been involved in it, and I really like what I've seen with PHCC in general as an organization. It's done incredible work working with the youth, incredible work with all the apprentices, all the plumbers, all the juniors, all the masters, everybody who's out there. I've seen nothing but great things from it. I'd like to see it continue growing, but I'd also like to, and this is again for me, I'd like to see it where you're speaking about is being more in the forefront where people are aware of it. We all know that there are plumbers who are part of a union, but this could be a union-esque organization that people are aware that they've got your back, that they are there to help you and help you grow, help you continue to develop and get better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that's a huge part of what we do. I was told a long time ago that the younger generation doesn't really want to be a part of organizations. And while in the beginning I thought, okay, maybe that's true, what I have found is that actually they do want to be a part of it, but they want to have a voice.
Yeah.
They don't want to be relied on as just the bottom rung of the ladder and support. They want to have a chance to throw their ideas against the wall and see if they stick. And that's really important to give younger people a voice, because there's a lot of ideas that are out there. There's a lot of innovative ideas. There's a lot of things that have happened in just a few amount of years that have drastically changed our industry. So we need the people that haven't grown accustomed to the way things had to be, and that they're willing to take, be uncomfortable and try something new. And so we gotta partner with those guys and see what we can do.
Just listen to them. So make sure their voices are heard and make sure that they're acknowledged.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's bring it down. Let's bring it back here real quick. Give me the reason why Tony Bertolino would be the next best vice president option for PHCC.
If I'm elected to vice president of the PHCC, I'm going to listen to everybody. I'm driven. I've got a lot of energy. I don't have kids, so I have all the time in the world to do this. But I talk to people. I'm a good communicator, and I care more about plumbing in this industry than just about anything else. My family has been plumbers for 4 generations. This is the most important thing to me, and the idea that this organization would be losing members is heartbreaking.
Yeah.
I think it needs to be the biggest and the best in existence, and I will fight every single day to bring new ideas, new messages to the board, talking to the states, the individuals, and see what we can do to grow this, to be uncomfortable, and to find resistance so that we can become stronger.
Couldn't say it better myself. Tony, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us today. Everybody, it's Tony Bertolino at, he's on Instagram somewhere. What's your plumbing company's name?
It's Rob Bertolino Plumbing and Heating.
Rob Bertolino Plumbing and Heating in Virginia Beach. If you're not following him, well, give him a follow. We're on the West Coast, but you know what? Give him some love either way. Thank you again for joining us.
Thank you.
And we will be back here in a minute with our good friend Mike Prinkavage over at the Family Plumber.